What's happening, people? Welcome to the only place you need to be getting your football news from in this lockdown period and forever, to be honest, with myself, Pippa, Monique, and my homegirl, Charlene.
What's going on, people?
Right, let's get straight into it. Football's coming back. The Premier League is back in action. And Arsenal,
Finally,
my team, one of the first teams to kick it off. But before that, who we got?
we've got Aston Villa versus Sheffield United.
I mean, it's not a blockbuster event. I mean, they're probably nervous that they're going to be the first ones in the Premier League with the eyes all on them. And it's just Sheffield United are doing bits.
I know. They're currently 7th in the table.
Yeah, higher than I ever expected, higher than us right now. It's a blockbuster event if you're looking at the tightness of the top 5 and the qualification that everyone wants to be getting into. Like, we need to pay attention to their result. We're going to need Aston Villa to pull their thumb out and get a result.
I mean, Aston Villa do look like they have been struggling. They're sitting literally bottom of the table. Their defence, I mean, what's your views on their defence, Pips?
I'm kind of disappointed because, like, beginning of the season, I felt like they could have done more, especially when we played against them. I think it was 3-2 when they played us at the Emirates, and they looked good. They looked organised. I mean, one of their top defenders, Tyrone Mings, like, he's a quality player in what Aston Villa have got there. So I've got confidence in them that they could do something against Sheffield, but the way Sheffield have come out of the blocks this season, you just don't know what to predict.
I mean, do you think Aston Villa will come in more hungrier? The fact that they are sitting at the bottom, they've had a bit of time out as well. Do you think Dean Smith's even had time to sort of prepare a more structured team to get the result?
I mean, they've got some the main player in my eyes is Jack Grealish, and I know that he wants to be a Premier League player. He's Premier League standard, in my opinion. I would even take him at Arsenal as a creative midfielder. I think they want to, of course, get out of that relegation zone. They're not just going to think, right, that's it, lads. Let's just play the games and see how it goes. Because there's, 10 games remaining. They can do... How many points are they on? Let me check, actually.
So they're currently on 25 points.
Oh, I think we're on 40, so that's mad low. Hold on.
Yeah. They've also conceded the most goals this season.
I'm not surprised. What? More than Norwich?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, they could get out of the relegation zone, It's possible. Bournemouth on 27, Watford on 27.
And they've still got a game in hand. Both them and Sheffield have got a game in hand.
I mean, if I'm concentrating on Sheffield, they're only 3 points ahead of us. I'm going to need Aston Villa to get the results, man. Are all their players fit? Because I know a couple of players tested for COVID recently. Hopefully, they've got all their players fit.
Who tested for Corona?
They didn't name any names as far as I'm aware, but they just said 6 Premier League players, and it was 12 Premier League players, but they didn't say who.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of pressure on Jack Grealish to deliver as well?
I think Jack Grealish is trying to put on a show so that he can advertise himself to the next big club he's trying to sign for. I don't think he's going to be at Aston Villa next season. I know he keeps posting on social media that he's Aston Villa through and through and all of that, but I think it's time for him to move on now. But he needs to, but he was that player that's always stood out for me. And I feel like, I know people shouldn't say it, but I feel like he's bigger than Aston Villa now.
What sort of club would you say you see Grealish developing onto?
I mean, I could see him at Arsenal. I know not a lot of Arsenal fans would agree with that. I mean, there was talks of him going Man United. I don't know if they really need him like that. But I could also see him at, to be fair, all the clubs I'm going to mention is not that much of a difference to Aston Villa, because they're not clubs, do you get it? I could see him at Wolves, but then what's the point of going from Aston Villa to Wolves?
Yeah, exactly.